Hello there, Ian, once again, and I very much hope with all that's happening in the world that this catches you happy, healthy, and strong. Today, I'd like to talk about the second component of a topic that I introduced last week, which was the topic of employee-employer relations, and particularly the expectations employees now have, I believe, from their employers. And we introduced two key principles. The first was value. I really believe that employees are looking for a sense of value from their employers. When they leave the office or when they finish their work for the day, can they see and feel that their contribution has been of value? Can they see it and can they feel it? Do they feel valued team members? The second expectation, I believe, is that of partnership. And that's what I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about today. Now, there's an old saying, I don't know who it's accredited to, but that saying says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I think there's a lot of truth in that when it comes to achieving big goals. And I think if you look at those that have achieved great success in whatever field that you want to mention, whether it's sport, music, entertainment, business, whatever field that you're looking at, it's very hard. I would probably say it's impossible to find people that have achieved great things that have done it on their own. We all need help. We all need partners to achieve meaningful goals, meaningful contributions. So where would we start with that in our teams and in our businesses? The first place that I would start is with us. If you're a supervisor, a team leader, a CEO, entrepreneur, what is it that you're doing this for? What are your own goals and passions and dreams? Now, as we get older, we tend to dilute what those dreams and passions are. Children generally have no problem answering the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Kids are very clear. They can tell you, it changes sometimes week to week, but they can tell you. As adults, we tend to dilute those dreams and put them away. And if you're listening to this, I would encourage you to revisit those things that you are passionate about. What is, and if you've thought about this before, revisit those goals. If you haven't thought about it seriously before, ask yourself one question. What is one thing that I could achieve before I pass on that I would look back on and say, that was time well spent. I used my time well while I was on the earth. What is one thing that you could be really proud of? Then, and if you've got more than that, then that's fantastic. That's brilliant. If you've got your personal and professional goals really well developed, bravo. But if you haven't, start somewhere. Think of one. Think of one that would make you proud. Then ask your team members, what is something that they want to achieve? Not in their careers, but in their lives. Now, many of our employees and team members may have personal goals. They may have read books on the subject or gone to goal-setting seminars or webinars, and they may have their personal goals really well developed. But it's rare, in my experience, that employers ask them formally, what is it that you want to achieve in your personal life? Why are you working? So ask them. Many of them may not know, but trust in the process and keep asking them, what is something that you want to achieve? And if they ask you why, then it's because I want to partner you on the journey to achieving what you want to achieve. Because, and I'll get to this in a minute, if we're both on the journey together, we've got a good chance of achieving both of our goals. But let's keep going. If you know what you want to achieve, and a team member or team members know what they want to achieve, the next thing is to make it visible, to make it a continual reminder of what it is that you want to achieve. Is it a picture that you can put up? Is it an object that you can have on display? That is a constant visual reminder of what you want to achieve. The next question to ask is, of course, how are we going to get there? And the most obvious answer to that is through the thing that you're both invested in, which is the business. Now, a business is probably the most effective generator of cash flow that we know about. A business that delivers value, that solves problems, is typically always going to get paid. So then you ask yourself, how can we use the business as a vehicle to help us achieve both of our goals? The next question then becomes, as a leader, as a team leader or supervisor, CEO, is to look at that team and ask, are the team in the right positions? Are the team players in the right positions where they can make their biggest contribution? And that typically means, are they doing what they enjoy and what they love doing? You know, do you love doing what you enjoy, or do you enjoy what you love doing? Actually, who cares? But they always go together. So then it becomes a bit like a football coach organizing the players on his team into the right positions. And that doesn't happen instantly, but it's something that we want to move towards so that we have the best chance of business success and achieving our goals. And from that question, do we have the people in the right places? Are they contributing at their highest level of potential? From that comes training, it comes career development, comes responsibilities, promotions, and all those kinds of things. But it all starts with that fundamental question: have I got the right people in the right place doing the right things? So, quick recap. Value and partnership. If you want to go far, go together. Partner with people that can help you. The best partners in business, of course, are of course, your team members. Ask yourself, what is one of the things that you want to do that is time well spent, that you would be proud of? Ask your team members what their goals and dreams and passions are. Bring in a physical representation of that, so it's on display all the time. And you may have a wall of people's goals where they're visible. Then have a discussion that one of the key components of achieving those goals is the business. Then ask yourself, how can we use the business in the most effective way? Have I got the right players in the right position, contributing towards their highest level of potential? And then you've got training and career development to keep those team players growing and developing and contributing. There's lots of nuances and other details into that mix, but I really hope that it gave you something to begin to think about. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. But for now, again, I hope that did make sense and gave you something to think about. And I look forward to sharing with you again soon.